So what is this? Well, let's show you. I'm using my phone, not my camera glasses. The camera glasses work good, and I probably should use them for this because I've had trouble merging footage from the glasses with footage from the phone, or even footage from the GoPro with footage from the phone. I don't know if they're formatted differently or what. You'd think the editing software would reformat them for me, but it doesn't. So what we went ahead and did was we bought the Vortex 2. This fucking better be the Vortex 2. Oh, I'm gonna be so pissed if this is the wrong one. I'm gonna fucking climb up that eBay seller's ass. I paid twice the price. Okay, it is. It's the 2. Calm down. Calm down, Jimmy. Alright, let's see here. What it does, what it do, is it will turn that fan that I got going up here into one of these fans over on the left. Higher power, bigger area, more blades, a shroud, which is the most important part, because that makes it actually move the air, not just bounce it back in off the vent. And best of all, you don't have to replace your roof vent like you would with a Fantastic fan. I don't know if that's best of all, or if best of all is that it cost half the price of a Fantastic. It doesn't have the thermostat sensor to automatically turn on at certain temperatures like the Fantastic. But the truth is, when I'm going to need this thing, it's going to run 24/7 or it's not going to run at all. So I don't need a thermostat to tell it to go on and off. I like it cold. So yeah, I don't know when I'm going to install this, but I'll definitely give you guys a little video of how I do it. It's supposed to be extremely easy. Let's go ahead and read the instructions here, if you believe them. Remove the old fan. Take out the blah, blah, blah. Pop this in, put it all back together, basically. So yeah, it's going to rain the next couple days, so I'm not going to mess with it right now, but we'll be putting it in soon because it's getting hot quick. Okay, well, one of my first thoughts was, wow, this thing is really well built. It's heavy as a tank, solid as can be. I was thinking to myself, man, they really, didn't skimp out and went with everything quality on here. Until I noticed the factory electrical tape connections. I'm sure they're fine. I do the same thing. I just don't expect to see that from a factory. Usually anything you buy new should have stuff soldered together and not just twisted with wire nuts and some electrical tape wrapped around. A good one there, Vortex. Do you guys have like a, I don't know, a disabled niece or nephew that needed a job really bad, so you fired your soldering guy and gave him a roll of duct tape? Okay, so the first step, the way I mounted this light, I wanted it to cover the wire that comes over here for the fan. And it also feeds the light, apparently. I don't remember exactly how I'd have that tied in. I'll find out in a minute. I've got to take the covers off of the lights. My other light, the dogs broke. You might have noticed in my other video, the dogs broke. They're just thin plastic. I don't know if you can buy replacements or if you have to buy the whole light. The whole light's like $15, so it's not that expensive. I want to get some vinyl paint and just paint over this vinyl because it's old. A lot of it the cats have scratched and destroyed. The same is true with the wood. Cats, that's what's going to happen unless you get them declawed, and I think that's cruel. So it's just fucking wood. I can sand it down and stain it if I ever want to sell the thing or try to impress anybody. Like, that's going to happen. Take these screws out, a couple more over here. We'll drop this down. Then we'll take this off next, which is the crank. Then we'll take this off. Well, we're not going to show you. I could put on my pivot heads and show you me unscrewing this and fast forward it and all that, but we don't need to do all that, right? It's pretty simple. I just want to show you guys how I install what is hopefully a simple fan. Okay, we've unconnected the fan. I figured out that something on this was cutting into that, so I put a little electrical tape around it. Ow. Now we've got to take all of this out. And snap this off. And then drop this bottom piece. I've already taken one of the screws out, take the others out, and drop this entire bottom section out. There's a dog walking by, so sorry about the barking. They're just going to bark. It's barking as it walks by, which is even worse. Yes, these are all rusted out from moisture. They've been there for 20 years. What do you expect? I've said many times I'm not an electrician. I'm electrically sufficient, but I really don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm more mechanically inclined. Now, this has all worked fine. My system works, but this is 18 AGW wire. And it runs through here, down all this into this mess, and down underneath into my battery. The new fan says to use at least 18 AGW wire. They're probably assuming that the battery is a further distance. The problem is this wire doesn't actually go all the way to the battery. It ties in to an extension cord that I spliced, and I've been using to run, somebody must be out there, and I've been using to run my 12-volt wires from my battery, which is not the correct thing to do, but I'm going to make it work, or I have made it work for the last couple of years, but I'm going to upgrade it soon and use a heavier gauge wire to run my, actually I may even use multiple of a decent gauge wire, because I think using the same wire for my TV and my fan is causing interference. So I'd like to use two separate wires coming from the battery for those and see if it makes a difference. Now here's the tricky part I was talking about. I've tried bending it up and down a couple times, and it's kind of wanting to make this shut up, kind of wanting to make this rail move. These are rivets, not screws. So what I'm going to do is try, it's not going to focus. Great. I'm going to try to focus the camera. There we go. And drill those out. We'll see how it goes. Okay, this took way more effort than it should have. I finally got the rivets out. I tried wedging a screwdriver between them. I tried bending the thing out of shape. I tried a bunch of different stuff. The drill wasn't going to work. But finally, I got a pair of vice grips on there and was able to yank it loose. Cat just knocked a bunch of shit down. Thanks, Artie. Thanks a fucking lot. Spilt a soda all over my foot on the floor. I can hear it spilling out right now. Anyways, yeah, vice grips, and hold this steady so it doesn't bend with your other hand as much as you can. Now, apparently for most of these, the gear comes with this little thingy in this hole. And there's two screws that come in from the other side and hold it in place. But most vents these days, the thing is over on the next hole. So they give you this little spacer. You undo the two screws, which releases this box. You drop the little spacer in here with those tits facing up. And then you want to drop the thing back down into its new position in the second hole. Lock it in real well. Then come over here, pull the screws out, and move the screws to the next hole over, and reattach the mounting system there. This controls the little knob that's going to control your lid. The hardest part of this next step was finding a screwdriver that would fit up into that little hole, because this plate here was keeping most of my screwdrivers from fitting in there. But those two screws make the thing stay attached in here. That's what holds it to the frame. Okay, so we've got it all hooked up. We've got this back in. Yeah, we left little wires hanging out, kind of sloppy. That's okay. I can tuck that in. I don't really care. If you guys have noticed, looks is not a big concern of mine. Um, it's working awesome. So much better than the last one. What I have here is my e-cig, my vape mod, if you will. It's a Vape Connexx 150 watt. It's not the variable temperature, which is their newest one. I wish I had their newest one. I did do a whole review on this, but I never uploaded it. I'm not sure why. So anyways, I'm going to blow a cloud with this real quick. I'm going to take a big hit off of it. As you see, it's not really doing anywhere. It's just kind of spreading around in my house. Now, what I should have done was a before and after and taken a couple puffs with my old fan so you could see how it doesn't really suck it out with that one. Now let's go ahead and turn this sucker on. You can probably already see it's picking some of it up, but wait until I take the next hit. Did you like that? I couldn't look at the screen. I was looking at the thing. Let me do this again from a little bit different angle. I hit it too many times, got a little bit of a cotton hit there. One last hit. Are we on high yet? No, we're on medium. Now we're on high. Now we're cranking. Ooh, look at that thing go. I'm down to 50 seconds left on this video. Vortex 2, you don't have to replace the whole thing. Forwards, backwards. I think it was like 80 bucks. Can't beat the price. It installs into any existing vent. And as you can see, it really kicks ass. Do whatever you want. Don't let anyone tell you you can't. And have the right equipment when you do it. Well, my favorite little taco stand is gone. I wanted to get something else to eat. I didn't want to walk a long ways. Yeah, all the other Mexican food around here is kind of played out. So I went down and got me a chicken breast and a bunch of wedges. I already ate a few. The one that's broken pieces, that's 3 pieces, 3 dogs, of course. That's got to cool down, though. I burnt my mouth on the first couple I ate. Got some of that good seasoning from the other chicken place. I don't know if I'll need it. Plenty of ranch for the wedges. $4.95. Can't beat the price. Rusty's is generally kind of expensive, but they hooked me up.